Right, guys, on to this week's pod. We've just watched Liverpool lift the Carabao Cup, probably the first trophy of at least 2 this season. But we might as well start with what happened on Saturday. Since West Ham haven't played, thank God, we don't need to cover it. So we might as well go to Arsenal. Go on, Gav.
We beat Newcastle 4-1 in a dominant display. There's not too much to really add. Newcastle didn't come out the traps firing. Arsenal pinned them down from the first minute till maybe about the 75th, and then legs started to kind of go a bit. Changes were made, and Newcastle started to play the ball a bit better. But by that time, there were 4 goals down. First goal went in. It was a bit of a not lucky that we got the goal. It was lucky how it went in.
It was coming, but it was soft, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what fucking Botman's doing. I just don't know. Why the fuck's he on the floor?
Yeah, it was a weird Newcastle performance. As soon as because I don't think you scored until the 20th minute, but it didn't feel 20 minutes in. It felt very much like it was one piece of play. I don't know what the possession stats were in the first half, but they just didn't seem to get out their own fucking half.
I would say it was more than 70% in the first half. Absolutely. In the second half, it was close. Possession.
I personally thought the game was very, very much similar with the West Ham game a couple of weeks ago. To be honest, against you lot, I don't think Newcastle are any better than what we were.
I think one praise you can give Arsenal, it's another team that didn't really turn up against them, and they just clinically finished them off again.
Yeah.
I think I agree with you. I think it's a weird performance from Newcastle because you expected them to go in and it'd be a bit of a 50-50 game. At least them come out and give you a bit of a run in, and they just I don't know. You just seem like you said they just seemed not up for it and seemed just playing about a bit. To be honest, I back you with that.
They didn't like the last game. They came out and they were solid defensively. They had so many men behind the ball, and Arsenal struggled to break it down. We could get the chances, we just couldn't convert them. But this time, it wasn't. They had the men behind the ball, but it wasn't like they could defend. It sounds stupid because that's what they went out to do is to defend, and they just couldn't. Arsenal were just in between the passing lanes the whole time. Odegaard was good. Saka, Martinelli kind of bounced back from their poor-ish performance in Porto. And Kai Havertz, I know there's this whole fucking joke with me that he fucking runs class. So whoever's going to say it.
Sitter.
He missed a sitter, but the way he was getting the ball and just passing it off was class. You're just getting it, like Saka wants it, class, there you go. And then he was running in behind. If a cross came in, he was there. If not, he pulled back, he was there. Well, look at the second goal. Martinelli pulled it back and Havertz was just sitting in the middle of the box, at the 6-yard box, tapped it in.
Yeah, I think a lot's been made of a tap-in though, to be fair.
I think it was, he scored 1 goal, but his performance wasn't shit.
No, I don't think he has been.
That's the best performance I've seen him have.
He's been given a bit more freedom because I think I think Arteta's gone a bit ballsy in the last couple of weeks, which is why I think what we brought up a couple of weeks in a row now is they're like the midfield threes now Odegaard, Jorginho and Rice, and he's playing Rice a bit further forward. It's just legs a bit further forward. The only thing is, I think the better teams he won't do that. I don't think, personally. I think he'll still use Rice as a number 6, but I think if you watched him on the Saturday, he wasn't used as a number 6 at all.
Wait till Partey's back.
Yeah?
That's what it is. It's wait until Partey's back. Do you think
Partey will get into your starting 11 now? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I think Jorginho does. Go on.
Partey will be in, they'll shove Rice forward like it was at the start of the season. We're still expecting Timber back as well.
Yeah, but after your last 3 performances, at least.
Jorginho didn't play one of them.
I mean, even just with Partey not being there, the way that you played your last 3 performances, fair enough. The opposite team hasn't exactly looked great, but you've been clinical and you've seen them off. I don't know what Partey adds to that performance for me.
For me, it's more defensively structured.
But I think with Rice being the focal point from the defence to play off, or I don't think
Rice
you need
going
Partey.
forward. Rice is going forward, is the thing. The past few games, he's been getting forward. It's not the case that he's the outlet. He's the outlet at the opponent's fucking box, not at our own box.
The whole point is that they're using Rice as if they used Xhaka last year. They're using Jorginho kind of like Partey. I actually think Jorginho brings something Partey can't, which is passing range. I think he's brilliant on a one-touch Jorginho. That's kind of his game.
Jorginho's got good passing, so is Partey though.
Yeah, no, I agree, but Napoli's...
I think Partey's passing gets slept on. He hasn't really shown it at Arsenal, but at Atletico Madrid he was class. But he's passing.
I wouldn't be surprised if he got rid of Partey in the summer.
I wouldn't be either. I wouldn't be either, but he would still get in this team.
I don't think I'd put him in your starting 11.
Yeah, so I like Jorginho in there. Since if you go against a team that sits back, I don't see what the problem is having Jorginho there.
You know what the problem is with Partey and Jorginho? They're too inconsistent.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Jorginho's had what? 6 good games that come to mind. Not consecutively. Since he joined Arsenal, he's had about 6 good games, like class games where he's been like untouchable. The rest, it's just been he's another player. He came in at Porto, and he gave the ball away more than any other substitute I've seen. It was awful, and then he goes out against Newcastle and he has a display like that. That's what I mean. He's too inconsistent, and I'm not saying Partey isn't. But I think Partey is more defensively solid than Jorginho is.
Yeah, so yeah, I'd agree with that. I just don't know if you need that defensive solidness at the moment because every team seems to be sitting back against you and letting you just play with 70% of the ball. It's just stupid.
It'll change.
I don't know. That's been 3 games now, mate. I think. What? I'm not even sure.
We're used to doing it, but Newcastle had no intent to go forward. No. And then as soon as the first goal went in, they still didn't look like they had any intent to go forward. I just don't know. And also as well, that Havertz goal, I don't actually think if it's the one I'm thinking of, Havertz wasn't even the surprise for me. It was Rice. He was completely on the other side, and he had about 10 yards of space, literally in that pocket just next to the penalty area. And you're like, what are you doing?
Was it Rice that chipped it into Martinelli?
I just don't. Rice was in the right kind of where I'd usually expect Odegaard to be, and it was just odd. And then the third goal, the second goal. I mean, Rice is calling for it in the penalty area for about 30 seconds with both his hands up, going like that, and then Saka's just finished it off. Soft goals, could you call them?
I would want Saka to shoot more than Rice to shoot.
Oh, absolutely. No, completely. The boy can't shoot. Save his life, Rice. I'm sorry. But,
well, I mean, he can, but Saka's just more clinical in front of goal, is the thing. But the goal should never went in. It's like it went in. I don't know. It's like something was controlling the ball. It just whizzed in through the air in between people's legs, and the keeper didn't even go for it. It's like he thought the defenders was going to hoof it or something, and then it went through one defender, hit the other, or went through him, went in the back of the net, and they both just stood looking at each other going, I thought you were getting it. And he's like, I thought you were getting it. And the keeper's going, I thought fucking one of you was getting it. And then it just went in. Who was it? I can't remember who it was said that it was a class goal. It's not a class goal. It should never fucking went in. Went in slow motion. Not complaining it did.
At the end of the day, that's what you've done the last 3 games, though. You've seen off teams that have made that, and I'll give you that. You've been clinical as fuck the last 3 games.
It's because they're watching this fucking podcast, is what it is. They've listened to me saying, fucking shoot. Just shoot. Just get in the box and shoot. That's all you need.
I don't think it's unfair to say that luck's gone your way in the last 3 weeks. When I mean luck, sorry, yeah, exactly. I knew you'd do this. What I mean is luck as in quote unquote soft goals. So Botman knees it into his own net, stuff like that. It deflects off. Saka shoots. It deflects. It goes in. It's that type of. It's what we were talking about at the start of the season, where if you don't try, you ain't going to score. And sometimes when you try, it will bounce
But
off
it's not
someone's
luck,
shoulder. It will
then.
bounce off someone's knee. No, I do
Well,
think
it takes a bit of luck for it to go
It's
in.
not luck. If you're putting the ball in there, it's not fucking luck that it went in. It's inevitable
like,
it's going
If it
in.
goes off Botman's knee, mate, that's luck. Like, how many times
It's,
has that happened?
it's inevitable it was going in. It was inevitable it was going in. Did it the way it went in? Unfortunate. Was
Right.
it going to go in anyway? Yes.
No, so that's what I'm. No, as you just said, I think you're going to score anyway. But what I'm saying is,
I
the
don't think
two of
it's
the
luck.
goals. It's kind
I
of
think it
Botman's
takes
knee,
luck to
mate.
get it.
If it was 1-0, and it went in like that, it's luck.
I never said no. 2 seconds. I
No,
never
no,
said
so the
Havertz's goal
result's not
was
luck.
easy.
The
No,
individual.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying if the result was 1-0, and that's how the goal came about, and there was no other play, there was no other shots on target, there was no other shots. I was the only one, and it's
I'm not saying the
bouncing like
result's
that.
luck.
That's lucky.
I don't
you're
agree.
missing the point.
I think if you
If
could
there's
score
no other
6,
shots,
you could
if there
have
was
3
no other
lucky
shots,
goals.
there
I'm
wouldn't.
not missing the
It's
point.
not
I'm
lucky.
not saying the result's luck. What I'm saying is 2 of the 4 goals.
But it's
were-
not.
were-
No, but
were
it's not lucky
quote-unquote-
that it went in.
Of course, it's a bit of luck. There's nothing
It's
wrong with a
not,
bit
it
of
was
luck.
going in anyway.
How has it gone
It
in
was-
from bottom? How is it going in when
Two-
clearly carries the
this
safe and
is-
it's gone off Botman's
This
knee?
is what I mean. You're missing the point. If you'd actually listen, if there was no other shots on target, there was no other chances created, none, and that's how the goal came about.
But
Okay,
that's the result.
luck.
No,
You're on about the
because
result being
I'm not on
lucky.
about the. No, I'm not.
Yeah, because you can
So
score
what you're on
6
about then?
goals and 3
I'm
goals
not
to be
about
lucky.
goal. If there was no shots on target before that, and that there was no attacking threat, there was nothing going forward, and that's how the goal came about. That's luck.
But how the goal went in was
We
luck.
put the ball.
Yes,
we put the ball in
exactly.
there.
I'm
We
on
put the
about-
ball in
if
the
I
danger-
I'm on a-
we put
if
the
I
ball
kick
in
the
the
ball
danger
off
position.
you and it goes in, that's lucky for me. If I boot
Yeah,
the ball off you and it goes in, no matter whether we're 85-0 up or whether it's 1-0 up.
You have to have players to shoot and head the ball. It was going in
that's
anyway.
what
It was regardless.
I completely just said 2 of your goals
No.
had no luck at all. But I'm sorry, a deflection going in of Saka's goal and Botman using his fucking knee to put it in his own net. I'm sorry. That's
No,
a bit
the
of
Saka
luck.
shot was on target. It was on target anyway.
But it
The
was
deflection was
going
minimal.
at the angle that it went in.
It's minimal.
But it's still, what I mean is it still
It's
takes
a
luck for
minimal
that to go in.
contact.
When did Arsenal fans start becoming so precious? I'm not having a go at your team. All I'm saying is 2 of the goals were lucky. Had a bit of luck involved. What was wrong with that?
The
It's
way
not
the
sheer
ball
luck that they went
in,
in.
that's what I'm getting at.
You were still going to win, mate.
I'm not
Yeah.
right. My point is, you have to have players there to head the ball, such as
Yes.
Gabriel. The way we've been doing it for the past 5-6 games, it's not luck that the goal went in because it was inevitable. It was going in at some point. It's unfortunate
Not
the way
the
it went
Gabriel
in.
goal.
Yes.
He had
How?
it before, mate.
Gabriel
If
scored
if it doesn't go off Botman,
Gabriel
it
scored like the
it
past
doesn't go in.
what? In the
Okay,
past
saves it.
6 games, he scored 4 goals.
If that doesn't hit Botman, that doesn't go in.
Well, no, it
Okay.
doesn't because Carey saved it.
That's
No,
what I
Sorry
mean.
it's
to save it. I'm not arguing it. It's unfortunate how it went in, but it was going.
It's
It was
luck.
going to go in anyway.
Right, perfect example, 2 seconds. Perfect example is Spurs versus Liverpool earlier in the season, 1-1. The cross has gone in and it's hit off
Fucking
Matip
can't
and
remember
gone
this.
straight into Liverpool's own, and it was a John Matip own goal. That's a bit of luck.
I
It is
can't
really-
remember this. I can't comment on something I can't remember.
Right, okay. Well, it's not luck then. It's mere
Luck.
sheer
It was
will.
unfortunate.
The clock end was sucking it into the net. That's what it is. Well, I don't even know what it was at the clock
That's
end.
Burton
Doesn't matter.
Mafia. They got on the
Who
pitch
was
and they
it?
weren't running and
Porto,
nothing.
2 seconds. You're having a muck at that. Whoever's commentating a game of Porto said that that's what happened with the Arsenal fucking game. Is that it was being forced in rather.
Yeah.
So before you start having a wee fucking pissy laugh about it, that does happen in games.
It was a
by
laugh
the way.
about a lucky goal. That's what we're laughing at, is because I
Was it?
think if you watch the...
It's unfortunate
I've
how it
literally
went
just
in.
watched the highlights.
It's
Exactly.
You should have
So-
fucking watched it. But anyway, the way that
It's
it's
3 o'clock.
the
I
way
didn't
it's
illegally
went in-
stream it, did you?
Hang about.
It was an 8 o'clock game, Ben.
If it's
It was on
unlucky,
Discovery Plus.
if it's unlucky from Newcastle's point of view, it's lucky from Arsenal's point of view by definition. No.
Yes. That's
No.
how that works.
It's unfortunate, is what I said. Not unlucky.
Yes.
It's unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
How
Which
it
is if
went
you
in.
are lucky, you are fortunate, usually.
Thank you.
Because the circumstance of how it came about. It was happening before that.
Just put out there, just while we're
If it
on
wasn't,
the other two goals, Havertz's goal. As I said, the Havertz goals are tapping. I'm not too busy actually praising Havertz, but the actual movement was lovely. Kiriar's goal as well was actually decent as well. Newcastle was shocking, but yeah, okay. I personally think there was a slight sell-out. It's not a dig at Arsenal. It's merely the fact that it's going their way. Nothing wrong with that, is there?
Anyway, on to the League Cup final.
Well, no. One last thing I was going to ask, Gav, is there fatigue then, or has that suddenly disappeared from Wednesday night?
There was fatigue. That's how Newcastle scored the goal. No, there was fatigue. So Newcastle got the goal about.
So is there fatigue for 90 minutes against Porto, but then only fatigue for 15 minutes against Newcastle? I'm confused.
No,
That's a cop-out.
If you go,
of course, it was a cop-out. It was a cop-out on Wednesday, but I'm just asking.
If you go and rewatch what I said, I didn't say it was for the 90 minutes.
I never said you did.
Not what you said.
I know you didn't. But I'm just saying, I commented, you commented this on Wednesday after the game. There was fatigue in it, and there was fatigue at times towards the end of the game for Arsenal. Because if you look at it, Newcastle didn't have a foot in the fucking game at all. And then maybe about the 60th, 65th minute, they started passing the ball better, started getting forward. Almiron started picking the ball up and driving forward. Gordon was getting in spaces where he wasn't getting in the first half. If there was no fatigue, if there was nothing like that, there's players that are shutting it down.
Surely,
the first half would have been like the second half.
By the time you're 2 up, then that's down to the manager not making changes.
Potentially.
Mate, I'm not going to lie to you. They were home and hosed, in my opinion, as of the second goal.
That's what I mean. But
I'll
if you
give
go
them the dues,
2
actually.
up
Sorry,
or 3
Newcastle
up,
came out a bit in the second half. I don't know if Gavin agrees with that. I actually genuinely think Newcastle came out in the second half a bit. Anthony Gordon, I think, had 2 runs straight away down that side and done Ben White a couple of times. But after that, it wasn't. They done a lot getting there and then didn't really do a lot afterwards.
I'm not saying the whole thing was fatigue. I think there is a part of it where it is the case of right, we're 4-0 up.
Well, even if you go 3 up, mate, if they were semi-dead to the wind as a 2-0, in my opinion, if you've already had a game midweek, you're already 2-0 up against Newcastle, then surely, in my opinion, whether you're 2 or 3, depending on what one you wanted to go for, that's when you start just chucking people on. You just start dragging the first team off.
I have a funny feeling was the goal before El Neni came on or after El Neni came on for Newcastle? Was it? I was going to say.
I thought you were on about Kivlars.
I know you made a lot of subs before the goal.
It was before. El Neni was one himself. It's because Jorginho had cramp in both his legs. That's where, unfortunately, that's why there was a bit of fatigue in there. Because Jorginho is a player that doesn't really ever get cramp, to be honest, and he got in both his legs. That could be a fact that he doesn't play consistently, but he was due to play 90 minutes, and he couldn't. There was a bit of fatigue in it.
Good result. Any more confident on the title, Gav? I'll ask every week now.
No, I'm the same until somebody lifts it. And if City go on a draw in form and they can't win a fucking game, if Liverpool's Gavin Birch went off injured and they've got every midfielder under the sun that seems to be injured, if they keep getting injuries, then yeah, of course you're going to get more and more confident. But it's Liverpool and City. They're prolific in the Premier League title race. Well, maybe not Liverpool last season, but they're always there or thereabout. I'm not more confident, I'm not less confident. Being an Arsenal fan, the wheels are going to fucking fall off at some point. It's just a case of when and where.
Will it be the North London derby that they fall off? I'm asking.
I fucking hope not. No, I don't think so.
No? Well, I'm just trying to think.
No.
You've only got... I think you've
When
only
is
got
it?
Chelsea and...
It's April.
It's April, yes. Yeah. I think you've only got... really Chelsea and Spurs left, really, in London.
City. In London. Yeah, but then we've got... I think it's Porto, then Chelsea, then City. That's a fucking awful run of fixtures. To be honest.
Would you go out of the Champions League if you won the Prem?
I didn't catch the start of your question.
Would you go out by Porto if you were going to win the Prem? It's an obvious
Did you
answer,
take that as a
surely.
trade?
Yeah.
Sorry,
sure.
say that. Would I be happy going out in Would I be happy going out in the Champions League to Porto if we won the Premier League?
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
No.
Oh, what? No.
No.
That's odd. All
We're
right.
better than Porto. There's no disrespect to Porto. That game we played against them, we should have beat them.
Porto
We should have. They
Burnley,
were not
aren't they?
good. Well, I didn't say that. We fucking Julian said that. No, they're not. They're not better than us. They just aren't. If it was going to be the case of going out to Bayern, sure, happy days. We'll go win the Premier League then. But no, I would not be happy going out to Porto and then winning the Premier League. I want to go as far into the competition as possible to prove everybody before the start of the season can, they'll never get past round of 16. They won't even get out the group stage. Well, look at what we're doing.
I said that.
So
I said round of 16. I didn't say group stage. When I saw the group
no,
stage,
there
I
were people
didn't add the
saying
group stage.
there was people saying group stages.
I mean,
They're
how are
saying,
you not
they'll
going to get out of
slip,
that
they'll
group
do
stage?
something.
Do you know what I mean?
No, it was before the group was drawn.
Oh,
it was
right,
a case
okay,
of before the season. It was before anything was drawn. It was a case of they won't do this, they won't do that. Even they were fucking voting Newcastle to get through other than us. Well, that fucking turned out well, didn't it?
I thought this win might have meant so to you, even without the luck. Going to the League Cup final, probably it was a poor final to me. I thought of overall quality. I don't think I think Chelsea, Liverpool had half their squad on the medical bench before the game, and then they decided to put another couple of players on there during the game.
It was a proper close game, but it was just
missing something.
Yeah, no one could finish their dinner. No one.
I think you have to give props to Kelleher. I think he was outstanding today.
Gallagher, he misses at least one, maybe two clear-cut chances, and
It's one in the second half. He's 1-on-1, and I've watched it in real time. And went, he's just kicked it against Kelleher. It's not that good a save. And then you actually watch it, and it's Kelleher's actually moved to it rather than it hitting him. He's actually saved it. Chelsea should have won, in my opinion. You can't have those chances and not fucking take them. There was more clear-cut chances for Chelsea than there was Liverpool.
Second half, Chelsea were all over him.
The thing I want to bring up is the VAR goal that got disallowed.
Which one?
The
offside?
Not the Chelsea one. That's offside. That's fine. I'm fine with that. It's offside. Offside's offside. The Van Dijk one, I don't know how any referee can watch that and go, that's a foul. That's obstruction. It's just not.
So, I think we're going to disagree on this one. I think
Surprise.
it's soft. Before I start, I think it is soft. But he starts off in an offside position.
Yep.
When the ball's coming in, he then comes back. Because there is that contact and the Chelsea players made a meal of it, he doesn't get to it. You can't definitely say that player would or would not have got there to hamper Van Dijk or clear it away. That's why I think it wasn't given.
Okay. Edno doesn't move forward or backwards. He stays in the same place. What's he
Chelsea
meant to do?
player runs into him, but that's the thing though. He started offside though. That's the thing. He was on an offside position and he's interfered with somebody. The player did run into him, but he was still there to be run into.
I don't know what Ben thinks. I don't know. I personally think if Liverpool lose that final, right, I think the PGMOL will come out and apologise.
I think the offside is. Do you know what does me? Is if it's given for the Endo side of it, Endo stands there in front of him, confronting him like we all do on corners, and the Chelsea player runs into him. Endo doesn't move. The Chelsea player runs into him, and you see the Chelsea player put his arm round him to hold his shirt. So that it's not, in my opinion, if it was obstruction from Liverpool's side, I'd kind of get it, disallow it. If Endo's got him by the shirt and he's pulling him back and stopping the run, I completely get that. Majority of what's stopping him making the run is the fact that he's charged head first into a player, then decided to grab his shirt. And I don't understand how. If I was a Liverpool fan, I'd have been fucking raging that went
It's
against
soft.
us.
It is soft, and I
I
get
don't even
it.
think it's a call though. Like I get it if Endo had pulled him down or pulled him back from the run, and even if it was only a little bit, then okay. If it was soft, I'd have given it. But for me, it looks more like Chelsea forced it than anything else.
They
And now
did
that I
force
think
it.
is mad.
Yeah, I agree, but he started off in an offside position. He did come back. He didn't run. He did come back to an onside position, but after he was already off. The Chelsea player was not smart enough, but he's ran into him. Because there is that contact, doesn't matter how much or minimal it is, he's potentially stopped him from attempting to clear that. That's why I think it wasn't given. Is it soft? Yes, but he has interfered in some way. The Chelsea player's done as much as what Endo has, but it's because Endo was offside.
After watching both halves of the game, though, I kind of agree with you. I do think it was Chelsea's to win. The second half, Liverpool, I don't know what it was. It's like they just stepped off it a bit. The first half, Liverpool, in my opinion, were dominant. They even with the injuries they've got, they still played unreal. And then, yeah, I don't know what it was. Second half, Chelsea just seemed to go, all right, we're turning up for the final.
To be
now.
fair, Chelsea had near enough £600 million worth of player on the pitch, and Liverpool still won a League Cup just now with.
Well,
I
would like to see.
year-olds on the.
I'd have liked to have seen what the Liverpool squad would have been like with Nunez and Salah on there, because I don't think it would have been close. First half, I think they would have been like 3-0 down. Chelsea, I don't think it would have been close with those two players on not Nunez and Salah. If they start, that's it. It's not even a competition in my opinion.
If it's a full strength Liverpool team, that Chelsea side doesn't have a chance.
Yeah. And the thing is, I'll give Liverpool their dues. The kids gave the fucking as a starting 11 of Chelsea. The Liverpool kids gave them a good fucking game. I'll give them that.
Yeah, sort of, kind of. In the
I
second
think for the youth that they had out on the pitch
extra time,
to compete with.
It wasn't from the kickoff to the end. Is my problem with it. It was in the extra time, and the young players did do well, and I get that. But the corner came in for Simicas, and the header came in for Van Dijk that won the game. Young kids didn't have an impact in the goal. They had an impact on how it kind of came about, but they didn't have an impact on the goal. And I'm not going to sit here for the next fucking week or so with the media having that Klopp's arse being it's Klopp's young boys.
No, I think
it does my head in with stuff like that.
I think more for me.
No, 2 seconds. There were 5 people under the age of 20 for half an hour against the Chelsea team with £200 million players in, and you're not even trying to give them any credit. What do you mean?
I'm not saying that, but if they'd done it from the very first minute, it'd be even better. And then the media can be all over it.
I think it looks very positive for Liverpool going forwards. If they've got like Jason, under 20-year-olds that can turn up in a final and put in even if it's only half-hour, they can put in that sort of performance when we come to summer and Klopp has left. There is a lot of youth there that you would think that they can use as reinforcement to the starting 11 at least.
Just look at that team. You've got Sterling didn't have a sniff, I thought, for most of the game against the 19-year-old Bradley. He got absolutely nothing. And then,
but Bradley's I would say, I don't know if Trent's injured, but Bradley's a starter for Liverpool now. He just is.
Trent, yeah.
He has been since New Year. Since since one of the Carabao Cup games, he's been a fixture in that team. To be honest, I wouldn't class him as like a new one. I done a TikTok video on him months ago, saying how good he was. He deserves all the praise he gets, and I get that because he's done it from the very first minute. He had a very good game. But my issue is they're going on like this team was the starting team, and it wasn't. They done well when they came on, and I get that. But Chelsea's still were able to get past them. It wasn't like they came on and they were dominant.
I genuinely, for me, if I'm looking at that final back now, and I'm a Chelsea fan, I'm asking what the fuck Enzo Fernandez was doing most of the game, because I think he was useless for the majority of the game. I don't think he did anything positive. I think major praise has to be given to Gallagher as well, because he was their best player on the pitch by far, in my opinion.
I know he wasn't booked.
But this is what I mean.
It's insane.
I don't know how you've got a midfield that costs over 300 million, pretty much, and you've not outdone Endo, McAllister, and if Bradley after Gravenberch got injured. I'm sorry, that isn't acceptable.
It's not a shock. It isn't a shock. It's been the same throughout the whole fucking league. From the start of the season, they've been well below par. The whole season. It's not a shock to me.
For a final, that you should have that.
Be up for it. You should be up for it, but it's not like they've went on a good run of form.
No, I just think
they should have been knocked out to Middlesbrough.
I don't think people are going to give Liverpool the credit they deserve. Actually, they've won a League Cup with I think six non-starters in their team. I'll let Gakpo and Elliott off and people like that, but I mean, you know, you've had 4 subs that are under 20, I think, and then plus Bradley. You had Gravenberch injured at the very first. You've then had Kelleher start as well rather than Allison because he's injured. I don't think
it was always going to start. That's the cup keeper.
I don't think a Man City team with 6 of their academy graduates win a League Cup. I don't think Arsenal with 6 academy graduates win a League Cup. I think they've done so, and I don't think a lot of.
I think and I get that, and I didn't say the players didn't come on and didn't do anything. They done well, but the media's going on like they won the whole fucking game from the very first kick of the game. They weren't on for fucking most of it.
Yeah,
they were on for it for extra time, and they done well when they were on. But it wasn't like they came on and stopped Chelsea. It was a case of Chelsea still got forward, still got shots away, and should have scored.
Genuinely, I think
this is what annoys me. If Chelsea scores and they win the game 1-0, Klopp's not under pressure, but he's under question of why he's bringing those young boys on.
I think it's got to go 50-50 for me. I think as a Liverpool fan, you've got to be happy with what you've done. I think as a Chelsea fan, you've got to be asking questions.
Well, to be fair, he brought him on because he had no other option because of how bad his injuries are at the moment.
That's the biggest.
That's what I mean. Because it's worked out, it's fantastic. Fucking brilliant.
No, he has no other option.
But if he's then lost the game, it's questionable. It then would be, oh well, he had no option because the people are injured.
Yeah,
so
it's an excuse.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Caicedo was bang average. Genuinely, I thought Caicedo was shit. I didn't see him do anything positive.
Chelsea didn't shock me.
But 115 million that boy
you knew he was
worth
going to run at people. Caicedo, you knew he was going to foul at least 5 people. The keeper was actually decent.
Extremely bad.
Yep.
Unbelievably bad.
I don't like him as a player, but
and not to a point where it's not shocking, but it's to the point where you think that you'd actually want to come out and have a bit of a performance. He was actually terrible. It's the worst I've seen Chilwell play.
He was?
Yeah.
It doesn't shock me about this. But Chelsea have been poor all season. And you know what? It sounds really baffling. That's probably one of their better performances. And that says something about that team.
I just thought, with it being their cup, it's probably the only cup that they could have won this year, in my opinion. I don't see them winning anything else. You thought they'd have thrown the fucking kitchens. Yeah, but you think they'd throw the kitchen sink at it to get a secured piece of silverware this year. Because then Poch, it's a little tick box for him to say, I've actually done something this year. But yeah, I agree. The performance they put in, as dominant as they were the second half, they still didn't really do a lot with it. And
there's already rumours that Poch is leaving. There's already rumours of this because he ignored Bowley's handshake or something when he was away to get his medal. He ignored them, so fucking everyone
just took that shit as controversy. It's a load of crap.
Yeah.
What I mean is, it's like Poch had all the tools he needed to absolutely smash this Liverpool team, and he just didn't. I mean, why isn't Kunku not starting?
No idea.
Not that he did a lot when he came on, but why is he not starting?
He doesn't start in the Prem, is the thing. It isn't shocking me. It's nothing new with this Chelsea team. It's the same week in, week out. And Kunku starts on the bench. He comes on about the 60th, 65th minute, has a couple of runs, falls over, and that's it. He doesn't. He is a world-class player at Leipzig. He has came in, he's been injured, I get that, and he just hasn't hit the ground running. If you're meant to be this world-class player, you have this injury and you bounce back. Look at KDB. He had this injury for, months. He came back in first 2 games, 2 goals, an assist or something, or whatever. He hit the ground running. But this Chelsea team, they have the tools to fundamentally be good.
Just hasn't worked.
Just aren't together, though.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. The defence, the midfield, and attack are on different wavelengths. And I just don't know. I don't think it's a shock of how they performed. But it is one of their better performances, and that's horrendous to say. But it's one of their better performances this year, for this season. I don't know where else to go. Conor Gallagher, he was lucky to not get a booking.
I think he was class.
I don't think he did anyway.
I'm pretty sure he didn't get booked, but I think without him on the pitch, I don't think Chelsea would have dominated that second half, because I genuinely think without him on there, he was driving everything for them. He was he was just on fire, mate, and genuinely he drove their midfield. He was chasing pretty much every ball that came into the centre of the park. He was driving the team forwards. But yeah, I get what you mean. There was like Jay said, there's £600 million worth of player there, and Conor Gallagher is the one that was driving the team. Like, what's going on there?
Liverpool for the treble?
No.
Well, sorry. When I mean treble was being nice to them. So treble was in. Sorry, I was going to say League Cup, FA Cup, and Europa League, but
I think City win the FA Cup.
all right, okay.
I think City win the FA Cup, and Bayer Leverkusen wins Europa.
See, no, I don't think they'll win the FA, but I think they'll win the Europa. I reckon they'll get 2. I don't think they'll get 3. Just with what Liverpool's like in Europe. Liverpool in Europe are a completely different animal. I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter whether they've got youngsters. It doesn't matter whether they've got a full starting 11. Something about Liverpool, as soon as they go abroad, is they just like turning up and smashing teams.
Right.
I think Prem possibly. If they get their players fit, if they get everybody back fit and they hit the ground running, or you put fucking 7 new youngsters in the team, they may fucking win the league.
I don't see it happening now.
Give his juice though. He's
Not
ballsy
with
enough to try it.
Again, but you said it yourself. His hand was forced. It's not ballsy.
What I mean is he could have left Robertson on. He could have left McAllister on. He could have left Gakpo on. None of them had hamstring problems or cramps or something.
I don't think you can keep Robertson on just coming back from a long injury spell.
What I mean is,
I think that's suicide for Robertson. You want him back for the whole season, not just fucking one game.
But they weren't injured,
Sorry,
so he didn't take them off.
Sorry.
And he did.
No.
Is what I mean. Is he could have just left them on and gone, you know what? Try not to twig a hamstring or something, right? But like, he didn't.
And if Robertson does get injured, it falls on Klopp's head. Then this is what I mean. It was fucking swings and roundabouts. He's got away with it. Well done. It's a masterclass.
You don't like Klopp, do you?
I do like Klopp. I actually really like Klopp. I just hate the fucking media surrounding the whole thing. No, I do. It fucking pisses me off, and it's the same way anything City fucking does. City are a class team, but honestly, just get the dicks out your mouth once in a while. Fucking Arsenal win one game 5-0, and it's fucking lucky.
Oh, here we go. It's affecting you, isn't it?
This whole fucking pod's affecting me.
Precious, man. Right, we'll do predictions for Arsenal Sheffield. That is next week. Before we get on to my little rant topic.
What was it next week? Before we had a break.
No, I believe it's next week.
I thought it was FA Cup, is it not?
You have the 9th. That's next week, isn't it?
No, it's the week after.
Sorry, it's the week after. Oh, it's an FA Cup weekend. Class. It means West Ham aren't playing. Hey, no pain.
And that's...
Oh, yeah.
Fatigue won't be extra after this.
Exactly. Can't use that as an excuse. Anyway, Gav. Arsenal Sheffield. What are you thinking, son?
I am 5-0. Let's fucking keep going. Yeah, let's keep fucking going. 5-0 Arsenal. Fucking keep the ball rolling, son.
Ben?
I'll go 3-0. I was thinking 4, but I'll go 3.
If you get 4 past that Newcastle defence, you can fucking get anything past that Sheffield defence.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm thinking the last 3 results.
Even 2 being a bit lucky.
Fucking who was it? Was it Mason Hogan that plays for Sheffield United?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's missing as well. They're missing fucking the centre back.
Huge
He should
loss.
be getting an assault charge for that fucking challenge, mate.
That's alright.
A 4-1 Arsenal. I'll be nice. 3 off a slice of luck, but not luck because it's Arteta and Gav can't have Arsenal having luck.
It's
that
not
right,
what I
Gav?
said.
I don't see you losing.
It's not what I said.
There's no way.
Is that okay?
Mate, we fucking lose to the teams we fucking don't. Ben. No fucking J in the fucking middle because of these.
Yeah, but you've also punished 3 teams on a row where they've just not looked like they're up for it, and I think Sheffield go into this, and I don't see them turning up.
Off. They versed West Ham. We laid down and let it have them. They versed Burnley. Laid down and let it have them. Newcastle. You like Newcastle? Just go at them. No, I tell you what. Guess what? We'll lay down and let it have him. And guess what? Sheffield in a couple of weeks, they're going to do the exact fucking same. I'm looking at Arsenal's fixtures. And the next challenging game they have is Chelsea. Oh, and Porto, sorry. Porto as well.
Porto is a challenging game, but we are better. But Porto is a
Chelsea
challenging game. It's Champions League knockout.
Chelsea domestically. Brentford ain't going to be hard because Brentford are going to do the exact fucking same. They're going to sit back and then guess what? When they turn around and get beat 3-0, they're going to go, oh, how did we end up losing? It's because when you pressure someone for 80 minutes, you're going to concede goals.
This is where I'll see if this team's any different. Because Brentford is just one of those teams. It doesn't matter where the fuck we play them. We could play them in fucking Afghanistan, and they're still gonna fucking beat us 1-0. Doesn't matter where the fuck we play them.
Don't say that, mate.
They just fucking do.
I don't know if anyone else wants to bring up anything else, but there's just one thing I want to. After my rant about Moyes last week, I want
to bring one up. Sorry.
Sorry. Can I just get my bit up first, and I'll.
Sure.
He was he got me on a bit of a rant on Sunday, and then I was like, oh, "That's all right. It'll be fun because he'll be quiet before the Brentford game on Monday." And then he done another press match conference on, I think it was Friday morning, and decided to tell every single West Ham fan that it doesn't matter what you want because I've got a contract in front of me and I can sign it if I want to sign it. I don't know at what point you need to be stupid enough to think that you can poo-poo in the faces of fans and then not get any backlash.
He's just an arrogant prick.
Poo-poo.
He's genuinely just being an arrogant cunt. Oh, I've got a contract, so you'll have to deal with me for another year if not. The owners are not... Well, I fucking hope they're not stupid enough. He's already fucking off all the fans. There's been a couple on social media who come out and defend him. They can shut up, in all honesty, because they're defending dog shit football with an attitude of, you'll part with me because I'm here. And it's just a load of crap. And
I don't want to use the excuse, but I feel like the fans that put up with Moyes and back him up are usually the ones that don't watch the football.
Yeah. Remember last season? Last season, it got to a stage where I actually struggled watching us playing fucking football. It's getting to that stage again, mate, because now... Honestly, this Brentford game is going to be painful. I already know it's going to be fucking rough.
We're losing.
We've lost. What did I guess? I think it was 2-0 Brentford. They're beating us. And I don't mean to sound negative because I know I do a lot, but I don't see what we bring.
I bet 2 on West Ham. I can't remember doing that, but that's fine.
You got more hope than I have.
That's wrong.
I don't fucking see it happening.
I'm done with him now. I don't know if Gav agrees, but I think when you start trying to go over your own fan base, I think you pretty much signed and sealed your own fucking fate.
We spoke about this on the video in midweek, just after the Porto Arsenal game. We brought it up. It's not even just Moyes anymore. It's the media. It's more like, this is what you've got, and you will fucking like it. Well, no, if you don't like it, I'm going to have a voice of my opinion. And unfortunately, it's not going to be, please leave our club, please. No, it's going to be fuck off. If you're going to go on a 4-game losing streak, get the fuck away. I want to be winning. I want to be going to my games and seeing them winning.
on our
Not them
TikTok,
going
I
to
put
a
up a
fucking
video,
bar outside when they're meant to be watching us play.
and someone commented basically saying, "You're West Ham. This is what you should expect." Now, my answer is right. If Arsenal finished say 8th every year, right, would you just be content with that?
Well, no, we
Like
finished
genuinely,
4th.
no. But
We
like,
finished 4th, and
yeah,
we weren't content with that.
exactly. So for me, right, you don't watch football for your team to just stay in the same place and achieve nothing. What you should be looking for is your team to get better and actually do something. But I agree with you. For whatever reason, and I don't know why, and I'm not getting my fucking tinfoil out with all the conspiracy theories or that bollocks, right? But the media, especially Jim White, Gosser, seem
It's
to
not
just
just been
go,
him though. No.
no.
Sorry,
It
I'll
was
slag
just
him off when it needs to be. But
he's one
Ben
name that I'm just
Foster's
dropping.
the main gaslighting one this week for me has been Ben Foster and Gabby Bonglahor and Andy Goldstein. Because Andy Goldstein turned around and was on about how
Fucking Gabby
West Ham
Bonglahor.
should be lucky that they've got Moyes and they've won a European Cup and who does that in England at the moment. And then, fun enough, a caller calls in and he goes, "If Moyes gets sacked right now, where does he go? Where in England in the Premier League appoints him? No
No,
one does.
because
He's
no one
turned
wants
into a
him.
Sam Allardyce. He's dead. He's dead in the water because no one wants to watch his shitty football. And it's done me because Ben Foster went, "You need to just be happy with what you've got." What?
No,
And he went, "If you look at the Premier League, who would you want to be on? Who would you want to be higher than right now? I'd like to be competing with Brighton, Newcastle, Spurs, and Aston Villa would be nice. Since 2 years ago, we were fucking above most of them.
Mm.
What's wrong
I
with
just
that?
the force fed that you should just be happy, suck it up, and don't expect any improvements. Fucking me off. And the whole you should be grateful for it, right? Am I grateful I've got to see us win a cup in my lifetime? Yes, but that does not mean that he can go back to playing shit football, conceding results left, right, and centre, and I'm just going to sit down at the boys' feet and go, "Oh, we won a European Cup though, so it's all good." No, he should have left when we won the
He's
cup.
eating out on that for about a year
Wait.
now, don't he?
I said this, Ben, and I agree with you. Managers, like Sir Alex Ferguson, know the time when they need to leave. Not when they should leave, when they need to leave. Arsene Wenger stayed past that, and look how sour that went. Moyes needs to figure out, right, the fans aren't happy, the team's going to respond that the fans aren't happy, and it's going to go sour between that relationship, never mind straight to me and whoever's above myself. Get out of the club, let somebody else come in
It's actually
and see what they can do. If I get he won a European title last season, people can go, it's a bloody Pringle trophy or whatever the fuck it is. It's still a European trophy, but that doesn't give him the right to be, "Oh, well, I'm untouchable now. Can't touch me." No. Di Matteo was caretaker for Chelsea in 2012, won the Champions League, got the manager role, and then was sacked by December, I think.
I think all West Ham fans turned around and went, "We've had a really poor season." Darren Bent called it a tail off. It wasn't a tail off. It was a relegation battle to early April. It was a relegation battle. We've won the Conference League. Do me a favour, leave on a high, get a couple of players in, get a new manager in, and build from there. And instead, we've gone, "Oh no, brilliant! We won a European Cup. That means Moyes is back." We got lucky during individual brilliance, in my opinion, at the start of the year, and now it's showing when players are out of form. I mean, Jarrod Bowen's had stick off certain parts of West Ham fans, and I just can't back that.
No, I don't think he's to blame. I think I'd find it difficult to play for to play for Moyes at the moment must be fucking difficult because you're going, right, we're going to sit with 10 people behind the ball and Bowen's going to be up top. You go, great, okay. And what happens when there's more than one defender?
Because like Paqueta gets injured, right, in early January due to Moyes bringing him back a week and a half after the Arsenal game, him having an injury after the Arsenal game. But then also, at the same time, Paqueta gets injured 2 days after we sell Ben Rama and Fornells, and you go, why have we done that then?
Ben Rama, one of our probably our second most creative midfielder in my opinion.
Yeah,
and then you flogged him.
And then we don't mind if apparently Kufal goes, and then we don't mind if someone else goes, and we don't mind. And it's like, when does this stop? And then we bring in a holding midfielder, and you go, brilliant, that's fine. He's an all right player. You play him the first game, all right, fair enough. Not ring rust, sorry, that's boxing. He has a bit of rust about him. I thought he played all right. all right, the goal that he's going to get feed about Bournemouth, it wasn't actually his fault. I don't think it was Zuma. And Zuma as well, he's another one that's been terrible. And then he gets dropped, and Suchek comes back in. And I can bet you, by the way, as well, I'll just know this out now because I can put this on the pod. I've already called the starting 11 tomorrow, haven't I, Ben?
Yeah, it's
The starting 11 will be Antonio up front, Bowen on the right, Kudus on the left, Suchek in midfield, Alvarez, James Ward-Prowse, Emerson, Zuma, or Mavropanos, but it's probably Zuma, Aged, Kufal, and Fab. Sufal's been dropped one game and he'll come straight back in.
Suchek needs bin. He's been bad for over a year now, probably 2 years.
Yeah,
And
I'd agree. Yeah.
in all honesty, I think we were playing all right when we dropped him. And then what did we do? We conceded 2, was it? We lost the game like 2-1. And then he brings him straight back in because he shits the bed at conceding. We lost 6-0 against Arsenal. We were 4-0 down in the fucking first half.
With him in the team,
Why are you keeping him on? Huh?
With Suchek in the team as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. He was in the team when we got fucked. And yeah, he doesn't. What frustrates me so much is people go, he's an experienced manager, he knows what he's doing, he's really clued up. No, he fucking don't, because he doesn't make any changes. We've hit it now several times, right? It's still going in the same fucking place.
Yeah,
They don't
we
change
don't
it.
agree on.
Sorry.
Sorry, Gav. We don't agree on everything, right? But as an Arsenal, as a neutral, quote unquote, when you look on West Ham, do you think West Ham fans should just be happy with what they've got?
No, I don't think any fan should be. You shouldn't be content with what you're fucking doing. What, if you're fucking Norwich, are you happy to be fucking relegated every fucking year you get promoted? Absolutely fucking not. You want to aim to stay in the league. And then if you can do that consistently for the next 3-4 years, you want to push higher up into the league. You want to do this. I'm not going to say they can get into the fucking Champions League spots because let's be fucking real. But look at Leicester. They got promoted to the Premier League. They didn't just sit there and go, oh, well, you can what? We're just going to sit here and like it. No. They pushed for the title. And guess what? They fucking won it. I'm not saying that teams that are going to push for something, they're going to achieve it. But you're not going to achieve it if you don't fucking try it.
You should be at least moving forwards. You shouldn't just be happy being static. It's just
I think that was the
If
first
I'm a
couple
manager,
to fall.
right?
I think with Moyes saying that we should be happy and content. I think that was the first thing to fall.
But I think he's made a rod for his own back. He's made himself look like a fucking tosser.
If I'm a manager, right, and I'm changing personnel, and I'm changing formations, I'm changing structures, and you're still not winning, you need to start looking inside your house, inside your backroom staff, inside yourself. You need to start thinking, am I as good as my own hype?
He's looked at his background staff, and he's literally sacked one. Well, no, sorry, one has left consecutively every year. Stuart Pearce, Julian Dix, and Alex Irwin have all left 1 year after the other because they're fucking sick of him.
He very much just points the finger. He's not accountable for anything apparently, and the media backs him because he's been a manager in the league for fuck knows how long. Thing is though, mate, Big Sam is a pile of shit and all. Like, would they back him if he came back into the Prem? I don't know whether everyone agrees, but
I think people are backing him because they're all ex-players and they're all going, oh, he's a good manager, quote unquote, and he's not had enough time at Man United 7 years ago, so like give him time now, and you're like, well, no, like
not if it's going to cost my club, no, fuck off.
Of course not.
Sack it. I'd have him sacked tomorrow, mate.
It's stupid, and I think it's so demeaning. Football players go, well, the fans haven't played the game. I don't need to play the game to fucking love something. If I want my team, exactly. You love Moyes, you've loved moments of Moyes. Every fan has this. You love a manager, you hate a manager. You love them 1 week, you hate them the next. Some teams have that, and that's just the way of football. But you should not sit there and be force-fed something that you do not want to fucking see. And then people go, well, you don't need to sit and watch it. But it's like, but why should I miss out on my team because some dickhead on the touchline can't seem to work out what's fucking wrong?
I think at United, right, if Ten Hag came out and started having a pop at those United fans, he's gone like that. He is gone.
That's
They
right.
wouldn't even consider
He
it.
just turned around. He turned around and praised a 2-1 loss against Fulham, and they've been absolutely feed. Mug.
But that's
They're
what I
still in
mean.
the
If he
title
comes
race.
out, I know, but if he has, I think any other manager, right? They have a pop at their fucking fan base. Any other manager, they're getting reined in for that.
Klopp did.
I've
Klopp did it against West Ham. He turned around and went, the stuff he was hearing behind him, he wasn't happy with. He went, if he's are going to act like this on Sunday, because I think it was us after Liverpool played West Ham, that's at home. He went, if you're going to come to the club, to this team and do that shit, don't bother fucking coming. Give it to somebody else that's actually going to sit there and sing their heart out. So Klopp did do that, and that's different. Yeah,
he's been there 7 years and won stuff, and he's turned him around.
No, but that's what I mean. Because they love him. That it was reciprocated. Like, it's a big game.
He's
Moyes
Possibly a
just
season-defining game.
Yeah, Moyes just
more
thinks stoking the
constructive than just
fireworks,
going,
and it doesn't.
I've got a contract. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just
Look what I've got.
pretty much he's just going, you can't get rid of me, can you?
Joe Genuine, I don't know if he answers it because he wants to be spiteful to the fans, or I don't know if you saw his interview last week when he was on about this, but he actually targeted the reporter, and one of the reporters went, "Is it quite anxious to like hear about your job being in threat on the news?" And he went, "Oh well, you know, it wouldn't be nice for your job to be called into question in the middle of a press conference, would it?" And you're like, I don't see how that's relevant.
Job.
He's not a football manager.
It's their job to bring stuff up like that. To get a fucking scoop. I think he believes his own hype, but I think he's that much of a fucking arrogant prick that he thinks, Ken, well, I've done it ever, I've been a Man United manager. Sir Alex Ferguson chose me to take over from him.
Do you not hear that? Do you not hear that interview where he goes, they're not enjoying the football at the moment, but
it's football.
Other managers have been here, but I'm the manager that wins stuff.
Dead.
Like, what a load of shit.
Yeah.
I'm the manager that wins stuff.
If he doesn't win that European final, he doesn't have a leg to stand on. He can't enter on and go.
Anyway.
Yeah, he can't be, well, look what I won last season. You may have won that, but look where you finished in the Prem. But look where you finished in the Prem. Look where you were knocked out in the FA Cup. Look where you were knocked out in the Cup. It was a poor season. The only silver lining was you won your first European title. Fantastic. Praise to you. But Moisey isn't as good as he thinks he is.
No.
Was he a good manager? Absolutely. Ken, what's going to save West Ham? Fellaini. Get him fucking in. Fellaini, Naismith. Get the fucking Everton crew back in.
We've got a dog kid. His name's Thomas Suchek. He eats potato salad before a game, and he doesn't fucking run. Anyway, that's me done.
Havertz does.
Yeah, that's about all he does. Right.
Fucking scores on that.
Yeah, tap-ins. Not lucky ones, though, Gav, so it's fine.
Still goes in, yeah.
Right, that is us. We will be here next weekend, probably. Maybe. It depends what the Brentford result is. But, yeah, apart from that, have a good week, lads.
Yeah, I'll be answering the pod next week from under the bed, just like that.
Yeah, when Arsenal top the league. Oh, mate, they won't be.
It's FA Cup next week, so we won't be.
Oh, you ain't now, are you? Yeah, I forgot that, yeah. Shock. Right, let's see, lads.
See ya.
Yeah.